How are y'all doing? I am so stoked, y'all. Look, I need to like zoom this in so y'all can't see my I was recording videos the other day and I have a little gold backdrop. Isn't that so cute? First of all, social media strategy, you have to have a glittery gold backdrop for every single post. I'm just kidding. Isn't that fun though? Anyway, I had that from my team retreat. Don't mind that. Anyway, how's it going, y'all? Tell me who's on. I have to know I'm talking to people before I get started. I am Kristen WYATT, as you guys can see, because my name is literally right there. I'm Kristen WYATT. I am an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus, and I am here to chat with you guys. Literally, I just got out of the shower a little bit ago. I'm just coming to you guys like with the real deal. I hope that's okay. No judgment. But I'm coming here to talk to you guys a little bit about social media. And I know it's kind of this scary beast. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple minutes. It's not letting me share. Oh man, that's so weird. You know what though? I think it's because I'm actually live. Jamie, if you go onto the new, like the page without clicking on my video, I think if you go just to the page, there might be a share option. Anyways, also too, I think you guys can invite your friends on here. But I'm gonna give you guys a couple minutes to hop on. I'm super excited to chat with you guys tonight because I have just some fun stuff to chat with you guys about. So first and foremost, I wanna tell you guys that social media has not always been my best friend. I was kind of isolated in the beginning, and I think that's a really common thing. I want you guys to drop a comment below if you guys have ever felt a little bit nervous about the idea of social media. Like, I love the idea of Plexus, love the idea of making residual income, love the idea of having a diamond documentary one day. However, if it requires social media, I'm a little bit freaked out, right? I think that's a really common thing. And so I want you to know you're not alone. Social media can be a little bit intimidating because I think the main reason why people are on social media is to catch up with their family and to be able to just, I don't know what your friends are doing. And you're definitely not on social media trying to sell something, and you definitely don't want to buy something from other people. So I am going to walk you guys through a social media strategy, if you will, that I have been using with my team now for a little bit, and it has been amazing. It has made the world of difference in our business. And then I'm also going to tell you guys a few things that I want you to avoid at all costs. Okay, so go get a piece of paper and a pen. I want you guys to take some notes. And this might be a lot of information, but I promise if you stick with me, it's going to be good. So first and foremost, I want to talk to you a little bit about the title that I chose. I said avoiding the P word. Okay, so what I mean by that is a lot of times this is what happens. Our social media looks a little bit like this. We are posting a lot about one thing we're really interested in. For me, it was like my family. So I'd always post about my son, Jude. I'd always post about my husband. I'd always post about date nights, family, and then Plexus, 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 Plexus. It seemed to be one or the other. And what's interesting is when I started out with Plexus, I definitely was more salesy. And then eventually as I went on, I thought that I was being less salesy. I thought I was being genuine, having just a selfie with my pink drink and having, being discreet with a different product each time, or having my, y'all be honest with me. You know that you've been one of those people that like takes a picture of your kids, but you feel this incessant need to have the pink drink like in the background. It's like a little blurry, so you're like, oh yeah, I got Plexus in my photo. But what's funny about that is even though that seems a little bit more genuine, because we're not going, join my team and for $34.95, blah, blah, blah. Even if we're not blasting it, we're trying to be subtle, and it's actually not as subtle as we think that we're being, because I'm here to tell you guys tonight that unfortunately, people can see right through that. And the reason why I say that is because nowadays, it kind of seems like everyone is selling something on social media. There are tons of network marketing companies out there. There are GoFundMes. There are fundraisers. I mean, gosh, you guys, you literally literally can choose a charity to give back to on your birthday. So even your birthday becomes some sort of marketing for a charity or asking for money. And I think people tend to be a little bit skittish about it. They tend to be a little bit like, oh God, she's one of those people, right? So I am here to tell you guys that you can actually have a decent, effective, intentional social media account without ever using the word plexus, ever, okay? So this is what this looks like. First and foremost, people, like I said, are on social media because they want to get to know you. They want to know what you're up to. They want to know what you've been doing since high school. They want to know if you're the same girl they knew in high school, right? So they want to get to know you. And in order to do that, you have to talk about things that you like. You have to talk about you. So what I want you guys to write down is I want you guys to write down numbers 1 through 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I want you to make it your intention before you go to bed tonight to write down 5 things that you are super passionate about, 5 things that you are super interested in, hobbies, interests, people you love, whatever it looks like, 5 things, and I like to call those my passion pillars, okay? These change sometimes. Sometimes you're on this like kick for sewing for that month, I don't know why, and then the next month you're like, and I hate sewing. And so that's okay. It's okay for it to fluctuate and to change and that sort of thing. But I want you to think about right now what interests you. And it's okay if plexus ties into those things a little bit, but it shouldn't be the sole thing. None of your passion pillars should be plexus worldwide, okay? So these passion pillars, I'm gonna give you mine to give you an example. My first passion relation. 1, Dwayne. Pillar number 2, my son Jude. Pillar number 3, my friends. Pillar number 4, God. No. Instead, what I want you to do is keep it super general, super generic, and you're gonna embody all of those under 1, which would be relationships, okay? So I have communication under that. I've got marriage, friendships, God, etc. It's all my relationships pillar. Number 2 is living a healthy lifestyle. For me, it's not always kale salads. For me, it's more so natural alternatives. It's lack of toxicity in my home. I like toxic-free products that are more natural as far as cleaning goes, as far as what my son puts in his body, et cetera, et cetera. I tend to be a little bit more on the crunchy side when it goes to my son. So that's one of the pillars that I have. But I've recently started working out more. There's definitely supplementation, maybe some gut health in there, because those are things that I'm genuinely interested in and passionate about, not just because or since plexus, okay? Number 3 is mindset. For me, the law of attraction and just really believing that God in general has put me on here for a purpose, put me on this planet for a purpose, and that how I think about things is kind of what I'm going to get back in return. The way you treat people is the way they're going to treat you. And I think just in general, personal growth, personal development, and those things are something I'm really passionate about. So that's my 3rd pillar. My 4th pillar is being my own boss. I own the fact that I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm gonna get there in a second and talk to you guys about that a little bit more, but I'll skip that for now. And the last one is being a mom. I don't put Jude really under my relationships category because I feel like being a mom and parenting as a whole is its own beast, if you will, right? So that's something I'm really passionate about, from the way I raise him to choices that we've made with parenting styles. We co-sleep and things like that. And so that's something I'm really passionate about. So the cool thing about this type of thing, when you have 5 things that you're super passionate about, that you're talking about on social media, you end up attracting people that are passionate about those same things. Interesting how that works. Instead of attracting people that you don't like that much because you're like, and we have completely different beliefs and you're super negative. Instead of that, you start attracting people that are a little bit like you and they believe the same way and they were really encouraged by your posting and whatever it is, or maybe they have kids the same age, or maybe they have a similar marriage, or maybe they also enjoy non-toxic alternatives for their home. Whatever it looks like, you start attracting people that are kind of like you. And isn't that the greatest part about this business, is we kind of get to choose our coworkers. You know what I mean? So here's what I do is and I'm going to post this in the bottom. It's a graphic that actually another girl from another team made. And I'm so glad she did this because I had it kind of all in my mind and I was doing a monthly image image, and I'll explain it all in a second, but she created it in a graphic that really makes a lot of sense. But basically, the 3 words I want you to write down, I call them the 3 E's, okay? I want you to write these down. It's educate, empower, and entertain. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to take those 5 pillars, those things that you're passionate about, the things that light you up inside, and I want you to educate your audience about them. What have you learned about marriage? What have you learned about non-toxic lifestyle? What have you learned about mindset? What are some things, some key things that you've learned that can educate, you can teach your audience about? Maybe it's a recipe. Maybe it's a technique that you've used. Maybe whatever it is, I want you to educate your audience on that. You need to be the expert of the things that you're passionate about. And guess what? You are the expert in your individual relationship. You are the expert in your journey. You are the expert on your kiddo. Granted, I get it. We're not all perfect. We're not going to be expert parents here, people. Come on. I have a 2-year-old. He's crazy. However, we're the expert on ourselves. We have knowledge to offer. And so you have to believe in yourself that what you have is legit. What you have could be something that somebody else relates to. And that is the key. I've always said this, and I'll say it a million times. If you know me at all, you've heard me say this, that the #1 most incredible, most impactful human-to-human emotion that you can convey to somebody is you're not alone, okay? So you know that you're not alone. You most likely, regardless of your struggles, regardless of what you're going through, your marriage, your, parenting, whatever trouble or issue you're facing, I bet you $1 million there is somebody out there that has been through something similar. And there might even be somebody out there that thinks that they're alone in it as well. And if you guys would just be vulnerable and honest and open to talking about it, you would realize, oh, I'm not alone. You struggle with this too? Oh my gosh, thank God your 2-year-old slaps you as well. Thank the Lord, I thought I was crazy and losing it as a parent, right? It's this like crazy human-to-human connection, like, oh, thank God I'm not alone. Okay, so that's why we have to speak up about those things, because it might ignite something in someone else and they go, oh, yes, I'm the same way. Okay, so you're gonna educate people. The next one is you're going to entertain. Entertainment doesn't have to be funny. I just want you to think about things that you find entertaining. For me, I love live videos. I like catching them. I don't know why. Statistics show if you're scrolling your news feed and you look at a really enticing picture or a really great blog article or a live video, about 99% chance you're going to click on the live video. It's why we like reality TV. Thank you, Kourtney Kardashian. I don't know. We just want to know what's going on in people's lives. So reality TV has sucked us in, and that's exactly what live video does. So I find that entertaining. I also find family photos entertaining. I kind of like babies. I find puppies entertaining. I find toddler, like mom life posts, like hack posts, really entertaining. So since I find that entertaining, I tend to do the same thing. I try to go live periodically. I try to post some really amazing, like enticing looking photos, things I find entertaining. And yes, I like to put the occasional video or funny GIF or whatever. GIF, whatever, I don't know how to say it. Anyway, so entertain your audience through those pillars or through those things you're passionate about. The last one, and I think it's my favorite one, is empower. Empower is kind of taking the education one and it's kicking it up a notch, because now you're not just educating them on something that you've learned, but you are empowering them to maybe learn the same thing or to experience the same thing you've experienced. So for example, I might educate you on an article that I find about attachment parenting, because it's the style of parenting that I do and I find it very fascinating and I've learned a lot about it. But I might empower you by giving you a specific book that when I read it, it gave me tips and tricks that helped my infant sleep through the night, right? That's empowering. I might share a book I've read. I might share an article that I found. I might share a quick little workout that I did at home that was easy. I might share a recipe, but I'm going to share something that makes you feel like, ooh, I could maybe do that. So you feel empowered, okay? So do you guys see where I'm going with this? There's almost like this science behind it, and I'm gonna see if it will let me actually drop this in the comments while I'm talking, because that would be awesome. I don't think so. Anyway, I will put it in the comments below, the image that I use, and basically every pillar that I have, I give it an assigned color, and then each day is a different color. So on Monday, I might be talking about relationships, and on Tuesday, I'm talking about healthy lifestyle, and on Wednesday, I'm talking about my son, and on Thursday, I'm talking about being my own boss. And maybe on Monday I'm educating, and on Tuesday I'm entertaining. It all just kind of goes, but it's intentional. And that's what I want you guys to get here is, did you notice that the whole time I just said all these ideas and these pillars, I didn't once say emerald, Lexus, plexus, pink drink, any of that, right? Because all I've done is I'm just educating people. I'm empowering them. I'm adding value to their lives. And when somebody adds value to their life, when they are somebody that you go to for advice, that you go to their page and go, oh man, they shared another article, or, ooh, yeah, I love it when she shares recipes, or, oh my gosh, she's going live. She's always so funny on live. Whatever it might be, that reason why when they're scrolling their newsfeed, they stop on yours, because that enticing photo, because you're not just sharing a bunch of stuff, and you're not just copying and pasting generic posts, and you're not using the P word every other word. You're not posting your link everywhere or putting pricing information. Nobody wants to see that. I hate to break it to you, because I know I've done the same thing. Nobody really cares. I mean, I could post like, oh my gosh, you guys, our ProBio 5, it's only $29.95. It's really changed my life. It helped relieve me from migraines, and it really helps because it's got an antifungal in it. It's the best probiotic I've ever seen on the market. If you struggle from migraines, you should really message me. In fact, here's my link. Go to my link and buy ProBio 5. And you know what? I might have some random person that happens to be struggling with migraines that day that goes, you know what? I think I'm going to try that. But 9 out of the 10 people that see that, I've just lost for a while, because they're like, ah, crap. Does she really even care about this? Has it really helped her relieve her migraines? Or is she just trying to make money because she literally just put her link on a post? Ding, 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 ding. Like, that really doesn't appeal to anyone. However, I could say, holy crap, it's been 18 months since I've struggled or had to take any medication for migraines. I can't believe that it's been that long. I'll never get used to being pain-free. And now I've done one really unique thing, and it should be your entire goal on social media. Are you ready? Make sure you write this down. Your goal on social media is to, yes, educate. Yes, empower. Yes, entertain. Yes, you want to add value to people's lives. But the other thing you want to do, and how you can truly grow a business on social media, is you are going to create curiosity. Okay? Write that down. Curiosity. Okay? Curiosity is how you get people intrigued about your lifestyle, intrigued about this business. When you can create curiosity, you've got them. I got the best message that I have ever gotten from anybody showing interest in Plexus ever before, just the other day on Instagram. I made a post. I shared about how I love working from home. I shared about how I'm so thankful to have this job that I can do from anywhere and never have to miss out on any moments from my son, with my son. And somebody messaged me and said, what exactly do you do? The heavens opened up, because guess what, people? I just created curiosity, and instead of them going, oh God, she's with one of those network marketing companies, they went, her lifestyle looks pretty appealing. What exactly does she do? She's an ambassador on my team now, so we're good to go there. But that is what your goal should be, is to pique the interest, to create curiosity. So there's ways of doing that. Use words like plant-based products, or my gut health program, or being an entrepreneur. Don't hashtag Plexus. Don't say my Plexus products or because of Plexus. Say because I work from home now, because I work for myself. You own a health and wellness business, people. Let me just be really honest with you guys. This will be the last little tip that I give you, because I think people really, really shy away from talking about being an entrepreneur. And trust me, I know, because guess what? Even though I'm emerald now, I was silver once upon a time, and I also was not yet silver yet once upon a time. So trust me, it's not like I just jumped to emerald and so now all of a sudden I have all the credibility in the world. I wish that somebody would have told me this when I first started, because guys, it is powerful what you can preach to somebody just when you're starting out having your business, being an entrepreneur for the first time. Okay, this is what it is. If you went to the bank right now, got a $35,000 loan, which is the average cost that it takes to start up a business in the US these days, get a $30,000 loan, and you go open a boutique. Little brick and mortar, super cute, you're super stoked, you gotta order the clothes, you gotta put in the work, you're a full-time teacher by day, but you have this boutique now, you are gonna pursue a massive dream. Somebody comes up to you and says, so what do you do for a living? Are you going to say, oh, well, I'm a teacher, and I mean, I have this like little, yeah, I'm just a teacher. I'm a teacher. And then panic and run away? No, hello, you're pursuing a dream. You'd be like, well, I'm a teacher, but I actually just opened a boutique. I've dreamt about it for forever. Our grand opening is on the 15th. You have to come by. I'm so excited. I have to hire my staff. I have to do this. I have to do that. And you would be so excited and open and completely unapologetically an entrepreneur. Yet for some reason, because you didn't have to take out a $30,000 loan and instead you only had to pay $34.95, for some reason that investment doesn't make you legitimately an entrepreneur. No, you guys. In fact, if you had a boutique, you probably wouldn't be profitable for at least the first 2 years. You took out a loan for a reason. You're in debt, in fact. At least with Plexus, you don't have to go into debt. You actually can turn a profit like literally in your first month. Okay, so be unapologetically an entrepreneur. Speak it out to people and tell them, what do you do for a living? Well, I'm a teacher, but I'm actually also the owner of a health and wellness business. I work from home, I can make a little bit of side money, and I'm really hoping that it kind of takes over my income and I'm able to resign from my teaching job eventually. I'm really passionate about it. My husband and I are loving it. Be bold about it, because that's the reality. So I want you guys to remember, just because you're not turning some big profit right now, maybe you're not even silver yet, maybe you're shooting for gold, or maybe you've lost rank, maybe you're stuck where you're at, maybe you don't feel like your business is moving forward. That does not mean that you are not legitimately an entrepreneur. Just like somebody who took out a loan and opened a boutique and decided to go into way big debt, and they're struggling to make ends meet, but they've hired the staff and they're getting the marketing together and they're working hard and they're not going to give up, like those people on Shark Tank, right? Those people on Shark Tank are unapologetically entrepreneurs, and they work their butt off, and they would never shy away from that because they're nervous what others think. So that's what I want your challenge to be. I want your challenge to be a couple things. Number one, quit posting your link, sharing graphics, or copying and pasting anyone else's post, in addition to pulling images off of Pinterest, basically posting anything that says Plexus on it. Just avoid that, okay? That's your first challenge. Number two, I want you to start talking like the entrepreneur that you are. Whether you are silver or you are about to go diamond, you're an entrepreneur. And I want you to start talking like that on social media. Even if all it looks like is maybe you allude to what your mission is. You know, guys, when I'm talking to somebody about my story, when I'm telling them about my story and I'm like, gosh, you know, I remember I used to work retail, and on Thanksgiving Day, I had to leave my family, scarf food, leave my family, and then go to the store because we were opening for Black Friday the next day. And so I had to be there. We opened at 7 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day. And I remember I got a text from my husband of him, a little selfie style with the family playing games. And I felt completely hopeless. I felt completely hopeless because here I was actually pulling out my phone to see if I had enough money in my account to get an energy drink, because I was so drained and had a pounding headache like always. And my feet were throbbing and I felt horrible. And then I get this picture and I'm missing out on family moments, and I'm working 80-hour weeks and doing a job that I'm not even super passionate about or even fulfilling other people's lives. In fact, I feel almost dishonest trying to sell these things that people don't need when they're also in debt, et cetera, and for what? So I can have to check my bank account to make sure I have enough money to even buy an energy drink. And so I wasn't really looking for anything at the time, but that was the moment that I was like, okay, something's got to give. And so again, I wasn't looking for something, but when this fell into my lap and I realized I could be my own boss eventually, I could make my own hours, I could work on my terms, I could get my family out of debt, I wouldn't have to live paycheck to paycheck. I was sold. I decided that that's what I wanted to do, and I've made it my mission now for other people that want to have families, for other people that don't want to miss out on game night anymore, that don't have job security and they don't know if they're going to have their job tomorrow, for those moms that feel like they've lost their purpose because their really only purpose is to be a mom and they help everyone else but themselves, and for those people that are living paycheck to paycheck and want to take the financial pressure off their family, but they want to find true financial independence while never having to miss a single moment with their kiddos. That's my mission. Did you notice in that whole story, I never once said Emerald, six-figure income, Lexus, or Hawaii? Not once. In fact, that exact same story could be told by you who just started. You could say where you're at now. Well, this is my life now. I have this job and it's not easy and I miss out on moments with my kids every freaking day. And so when this fell into my lap and I realized I could have residual income, I could make my own hours, I could maybe resign, I could, fulfill these dreams. Well, I decided that's my mission. I'm going to help other people that are like me, that are feeling stuck in their position, that are this or that, whatever. Make it about your mission. Say, I'm so passionate about this, or like what Jamie has done, everything she's done with those kids and being able to afford with her Plexus income, the things that she's been able to do in Africa. What is that a mission of yours? Is that something you're passionate about? Say it then. Say, I'm so thankful for the fact that, first of all, I'm so excited about this business venture I've gone on. That's what I want to challenge you to do. Make a post tonight. If you've never done this before, I don't know if I've really talked about this on social media before, so I'm a little bit nervous. Be honest. That's okay to be honest and authentic. Be genuine in yourself. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm super excited about this new business venture I've been doing. I'm kind of an entrepreneur now. I'm super excited about what's to come, and I'm really passionate about XYZ, and I know that this is going to provide the means for my family to be able to pursue that dream. So I really appreciate all of your love and support, and I'm so excited for what the future's to hold. Didn't have to say Plexus, didn't have to say pink drink, didn't have to say any of that. I want you guys you can look at my Instagram or on Facebook, but look, I don't use the word Plexus, but I do talk about how I'm feeling, and I do talk about my healthy lifestyle, and I do talk about little changes that have been made because of this natural alternative that I found to some really toxic things I was using before. And I'm so glad that me and Spring are friends now because I don't have allergies bad anymore, and I pique curiosity a lot. So that's what I want to encourage you guys to do. I want you to still look to talk about your health and still be consistent, but you shouldn't be posting more than 2 to 3 times a day max. And when you post, it's not about quantity. It's about quality. Make it intentional. Spend 30 minutes every Sunday planning your social media content for the rest of the week and be strategic with it. And let me tell you guys, since I've been doing this, you know how people complain because they don't get anybody that wants to work the business. Everybody just wants to be of it is because they don't want to have to post to Facebook like you do. They don't want to have to hashtag Plexus. They don't want to have to post a link and try to come off all salesy like, oh my gosh, my family would kill me if I did that. I can't do that. That's what they're thinking. So if you quit doing that and you start showing them that you're piquing curiosity, you start showing them what your lifestyle is looking like, you start showing them glimpses of your mission and the excitement that you have about your business venture and your health and the changes that are coming and adding value to their lives and educating them and entertaining them about your life and empowering them with resources and exciting tips and things like that, then they're going to go, well, I could do that. I mean, doesn't she just talk about her kids all the time? Like she's growing a business. And it makes them think every time you do anything, and I promise I'll get off after this. Last tip, every time you do anything on social media, just remember that someone, even if they're not really thinking it in their conscious mind, at a subconscious level, they're thinking, would I be able to do what she's doing? Would I be willing to do what she's doing? So if you, when you first started, were petrified of the idea of posting about Plexus, then why do you think posting a salesy image about gut health, blasting the word Plexus, and putting your link would make anybody want to do that? You didn't want to do it in the beginning. Now you might be feeling a little desperate. So you're like, oh, everyone, please buy from me. And I get that, right? But just remember that they're going to be asking themselves, would I be willing to do this? And lead your business in that way. Social media has changed. Everyone is selling something, and we can be unique and we can be kind of different, but we can also add value to people's lives. So I'm going to post the graphic below. I encourage you guys to use it to plan your social media content throughout the week. And then your challenge, remember, no more pictures, no more P word, but I want you to still talk about your health. I want you to isolate one individual thing that you've experienced on these products or something that your friend has experienced. Say, oh, I'm so happy for my friend, Kristen. She used to be suffering from migraines and isn't anymore. You know, whatever it is, pull from other people's stories if you have to, but be strategic with it. You know, look at different ideas, follow people that you admire, that you feel like are doing this whole attraction marketing thing the right way, and drop the P word, start entertaining, start empowering people, start educating them, and really just remember that this is about you. I want you to let people into your life. Don't try to post everything I'm posting because I'm not you. You're not me. And instead, be authentic, be genuine. And what I tell my team all the time, and I'm going to tell you guys, this should be your goal every night when you go to sleep. When you lay your head down in your bed, you should say, I was genuine and authentic, and I was completely myself today, but I also faced some major fears today. And I want you to conquer those fears, but do it in your way and be authentic and genuine. In other words, post pictures of your kids, but don't feel like you have to have a pink drink in the background. Guilty. It's blurry, you know, in the background, you like have all your products lined up, but you're like, here's my cat with your triplex combo. Like, why do we do that? We're like, maybe if they just see it enough, they'll be like, ooh, I want to buy that. Like, I don't know why we do it, but we do. Anyway, so love you guys. Thank you for letting me pour into you. This is something I'm really passionate about, and I hope it encouraged you. I'm going to drop the graphic below, and please feel free to ask me any more questions, or if you're curious or want some examples, I'd be happy to share them with you. So bye, you guys. Happy Wednesday.